Beautiful afternoon in Hampton, Georgia, just south of the city of Atlanta. A beautiful day for fans of Mark Martin, the veteran from Arkansas, who is putting on a dominating performance in search of his second win this season.
Just about to put Rusty Wallace in the 2-car a lap down.
And that's Tony Stewart right there in front of him, in front of an 11th spot. Going to put him a lap down.
They asked what we should do for our Ford Built Tough moment. Well, I don't think there's any question. And just look at that 6 car, because that Ford has hauled all day long. Mark Martin leading 190 of the 272 laps that we've run so far today. He's 6 seconds ahead of second place, and he's been just about unstoppable since he took the lead for the first time way back at lap 75.
And has led every lap except exchange of pit stops a couple times when guys have been in front, but basically he's been in front since then.
Built Tough going to gather some points today.
Coming up in the back of Tony Stewart, that's the 11th place car to try and put him a lap down. Just 10 cars on the lead lap. Unbelievable. Mark Martin has set a new record here at Atlanta today. Since they reconfigured this racetrack to this shape in 1997, the most laps led in a single race was 191. He's now led 195 and counting. So, put that stat in the dominance file. He's been so close so many times to that second win this year. Just the one victory for Mark back at Dover in June. He just hasn't been able to nail it down. And I guess you could use that to describe Mark in championships as well.
He's been close many, many times. With what, 4 times he's finished second in the chase for the XL Cup?
Mark Martin, Lowe's Motor Speedway, Charlotte, in contention for a good finish with 12 laps to go, when 2 cars tangled in front of him, heavily damaging his car. Instead of getting perhaps a top 5 effort out of the night, he wound up in 13th place, putting a crimp in his championship hopes.
Is this going to be the shot that knocks you out of the chase, Mark, or do you feel like this team is still alive?
I don't know. Golly, we did everything we could do here. Gave it a great run for the whole team. I can't help it. You know, I can't help it.
The emotion in Mark Martin's voice at Charlotte a couple of weeks ago. Things may have come back his way today, and the caution has just come out.
See all the oil on the right rear of his tire? He must have blown an engine and got sideways because of the oil pouring out. Now.
Pit stops, pit crew pressure.
And pit road is open.
So everybody's going to be 4 tires.
And pit road is open, Bill.
And if it stays green, this will be the final stop of the race. Jimmie Johnson again in that first stall right off of pit road. Chad Canals told him there's not a lot we can do for you at this point. A tear off from the windshield, a slight track bar adjustment because it's just a tick loose around to the left side, and there will be 4 tires of fuel, Matt.
Mark Martin's car has been near perfect all day. They finally make an adjustment. A ½ pound change in the right front tire, and he's away, Dave.
Charlie Brock and Richard Broyles are the tire changers that have to hit all 10 lug nuts securely, quickly. They do it. Joe Nemechek gone, no changes.
Dave Tommy Baldwin told the Dodge boys we need a quick stop here. They delivered 14.4. Casey a little too tight. He said it's doing everything. 1 round up on the track bar.
The Atlanta Motor Speedway, 289 laps complete, 500 miles here this afternoon. Mark Martin continues to lead, a dominating day on the track, and his team has had a dominating day in the pits. Let's meet him.
Pat Tryson, crew chief, Malvern, Pennsylvania.
Scott Bowen, front tire carrier, Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Todd Ziegler, front tire changer, Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Chris Webb, Jackman, Manassas, Virginia.
Will Smith, rear tire carrier, Seymour, Indiana.
Drew Blickenstripper, rear tire changer, Mount Zion, Illinois.
Rick Muchinsky, gas man, Toledo, Ohio.
Danny Eklund, Ketchikan, Green Bay, Wisconsin.
I'm Andy Ward, I'm pit crew coach, Kannapolis, North Carolina.
The crew of the 6 car for Mark Martin trying to get him a win today. A few weeks ago, these guys tried Lucky Charms in the car. They had some luck, but not enough. Today, they could be headed to victory lane for one reason, because they're just that good.
Back in Atlanta, and Mark Martin still out front where he's been for 208 laps and counting. And Pat Tryson, you told me that this team's championships hopes, you guys controlled your own destiny, and your man's doing a great job today.
Yeah, Mark's done an awesome job today in the Viagra Ford Taurus, and it's been pretty good all day. Really haven't made any changes to that last time. We changed it just a little bit, so hopefully we can close this thing out here.
Mark Martin has led most of the afternoon. Can he hang on to the finish, or may it slip away in these final laps?
I think it's important he stays out front because obviously his car is very good in clean air, and I don't think he wants anybody messing with that, so he needs to stay out front.
Both he in second place, Casey Kane, clear the lap traffic going into the corner. Now Kane with a little slip.
What happened to Casey Kane? All of a sudden, the 9 car off the pace. Oh, no, not again.
I think he's just sliding. I think he just got loose over there. And maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Not a word from Casey so far, guys. Not a word.
He must have missed a shift or something. I mean, there's got to be something wrong.
He's going to go from second to the end of the lead lap. About 9th on that one lap after the restart. Now it's Jimmie Johnson chasing Mark Martin as Casey continues to fall.
He just got loose down in there.
See the 48 car, but he has a couple of lap cars, Greg Biffle and Tony Stewart, between himself and the 6 of Mark Martin. And he's also got bigger problems. The 01 car, Joe Nemechek, trying to take over the 3rd from Carl Edwards. This guy has been fast most of the day.
Caution. Kevin Harvick did not make it back around. Well, he made it back around to pit road, but that's not a safe place.
It looks like it's kind of like the Jeff Gordon car. He got that far, it just wouldn't roll anymore. Like it is a rear gear or something locked up.
What do you think, guys? Pit stops here or not?
Well,
you got, what, 10 cars? 9 cars now in the top 10?
Yep.
Probably.
Greg Biffle, who's the Lucky Dog Award winner, certainly he's going to pit.
I think he should.
I'm thinking as big and important as fresh tires have been here today, you got to stop. Matt, what are they going to do?
Alan, they are debating here in the 6th pit. They've decided to stay out. Pat Tryson said some guys may decide to come. Mark Martin said it does not matter. We're going to stay out. Bill?
48 talking about it, waiting to see what they do. Pit road is closed, so we won't know this time. They just gave the indication pit road is closed.
Oh. Well, Mark's car is pretty good, so he may not.
They got to wait for the tow truck that pushed Kevin Harvick behind the wall to clear the pit road area. We'll come back for the stop, see who comes in and who doesn't. Motor Speedway, 24 laps to go. Caution flag out for the 5th time in the race. Here come the leaders to the opening of pit road. 9 cars on the lead lap. Who stops? Who doesn't?
Like I said, Mark's car's good enough, and he's happy. He's out front. He's probably making the right call. Whatever call he makes, I think it's a good call because he knows what he needs. Some of these other guys behind him are going to come and get tired.
Everybody but the 6 cars coming. Everybody, Bill.
Yeah, they talked about it for a long time, and the fact the pit stayed closed helped them out. It gave them time to change the air pressure in their tires so that Jimmie, with just a short run ahead of them, would have the proper air pressure in those tires. So it's 4 tires. Don't have to worry about fuel. They got plenty of that, Matt.
Tryson and Martin decided to stay out. Their teammate Carl Edwards decided to pit and take on right side tires. They dropped the jack. He acted like Dave. He thought they were going to take on 4. He knew it was rights only.
No changes except for checking the right side rear fender. Mark Bieber's car chief did that. It was okay. He put up his hand and sent it back. Marty?
Dave Dillonhart Jr. already done with a stop. He said, we have no choice here because I'm going to lose spots no matter what. Really tight for Jr. A round of wedge in the right side trying to loosen that car up.
Talk about feeling like you're on the island.
Oh, man, I'm telling you.
Mark's strong enough. I don't think it's going to hurt him.
One thing that's going to help him, the 99 car change twos, he's going to be the 2nd car, and he's not going to press the 6, his teammate, like another car would.
Here's the final restart. Mark Martin, the leader. Carl Edwards with right side fresh tires. Everybody else with 4 fresh tires. 20 laps to go.
And this is what Mark needs to do. He needs to clear the 20 car, and hopefully the 99 car for Carl Edwards will hold those guys back on fresh tires. Just a little bit is all he needs.
And Casey Kane, once again, the 9 car, something happened on his car on the start.
Casey came off pit road 3rd, restarted 3rd.
And Jimmie Johnson has gone to the 3rd spot. Bill?
They warned the 48 car, Jimmie Johnson, who started behind the 9.
pace he felt from 3rd to 8th.
And Jimmie Johnson is driving the 48 car down in turn 1 harder than he has all day because all of a sudden the tires are hitting the fenders. He's driving it so hard in the corner.
And there's Biffle getting in the mix.
Well, he's a couple laps down because he's been held on pit road.
Also his teammate, Mark Martin.
Yeah, that'll help.
Biffle just back on track. Did not make the stop-and-go paddle. He had some work done, extensive work done on his car under this caution. And when he left pit road, basically the pace car beat him to the line where they changed the paddle from stop to go, and he got caught.
Here's Biffle running hard. He's also running the 48 hard.
Yes.
So hopefully that will let Mark, his teammate, get away a little bit. What are they saying about the 6th, Matty? Because I'll tell you what, he got company on his rear bumper.
He hasn't said anything about that race car, Wally. Good and bad day for Roush. 2 out with engine problems, 2 up at the front. Carl Edwards, an awesome day trying for his first Nextel Cup Series win. Mark Martin, after all these years, trying for his first title. A big points day for Mark. Big day for Carl Edwards, could be the biggest of all.
Mark's going to have to start driving defensive right now because he's got a lot of company.
Well, second place. Here comes Jimmie Johnson.
And for the lead, Johnson trying to take it away from Mark Martin down at turn 1.
Johnson underneath Mark Martin, who's dominated this race all day long. Martin's teammate, Greg Biffle, opened the door for Johnson, and Johnson went through the lead.
Mark underneath them. Goes down to the bottom. He's been working down there real good all day, but boy, those tires look like they did make a big difference.
And here comes Junior trying to take over that 3rd spot from Carl Edwards. Junior in the 8 car.
15 laps to go. Martin hanging on.
He's trying to drive the car right now faster and harder than the tires will allow him
to. No trouble. Championship contender in trouble. Crashing on the back straightaway.
No.
Believe this.
Is that contact with Edwards?
Contact with Carl Edwards. Yeah.
Man.
Another championship twist.
Oh, no.
It's unbelievable.
It is. I think I have to say a lot of damage to the 8 car, do I?
Kurt Busch might be the luckiest dog today.
Because all these other guys...
Yeah, all these other guys can take a shot at him today are having troubles.
Marty?
He said this car is just killed. He said, we are ruined. I don't know what we're going to do here, guys. A lot of damage to the 8 car. He's going to limp it to pit road. They are going to bring him to pit road and see how long they can survive, get as much damage as they can cleaned up, and keep him out there for these last few laps.
Boy, oh boy. Mark Martin, they're going to pit this time, Matt?
Just came on the radio and said, guys, be ready. Pat Tryson and Mark are debating about whether to pit. They know the 48 has fresher tires. Mark also said, you do realize Biffle cost me the lead. Pat said 10-4.
Here they come to the opening of pit road.
Well, we got to see if Mark comes. I would think he would come down pit lane now.
I think everybody's going to be in after they saw what the tires meant that last time. Bill?
They didn't hesitate. Chad Knaus on the radio. This is 4 tires. Remember, it's all about the air pressure and how fast this car can adapt to the new tires going on it. So they did the right side, around to the left. 4 tires for Jimmie Johnson, Matt.
You met Mark Martin's pit crew earlier. Now they've got to turn in another stellar stop to get him off pit road before the 48. Solid stop going on right now. He got the fresh sticker tires that he needs. The 48's going to beat him off. The 99 is close.
The 01 is going to beat everybody.
They made the call as they were coming on pit road. 2 tires. They had put on 4 last time.
That'd be a good move.
To the lead for Joe Nemechek off the set of pit stops. Looked like he's going to be first off, and there's the big story of this yellow flag. Dale Earnhardt Jr., who might have been able to take the championship lead over in 15 more laps.
Now watch the 99 car of Carl Edwards as Earnhardt Jr. moves up the racetrack. They just make a little bit of contact, at 190 miles per hour. That's the result.
Didn't Junior do something like that? Here?
Wasn't it with Ryan Newman?
Was it Ryan Newman?
Yeah.
And crashed exactly the same way a couple of years ago?
He thought he was clear, but he just hooked the bumper.
And that's a big hit.
That is a big hit.
Oh,
not only
in more ways than
more ways than one, yeah.
The onboard view from Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car.
He sees that 6 car, and he sees that 6 car in trouble.
A season's worth of effort. See that finger point down?
Yeah, we're coming in now.
Get in here and let's get some tires.
And that wasn't really anybody's fault. I mean, these guys were racing, and they were racing close, and Earnhardt Jr. thought he was clear, and he wasn't. And that's just guys racing hard with less than 15, 20 laps to go. He's got the 2 right sides, and his left sides aren't that old.
And what of Mark Martin?
And Mark's going to have to get busy. Oh, there goes. Is that Jimmie Johnson?
Yes, sir.
Jimmie Johnson on the outside, so caught Nemechek sleeping a little bit.
And he's going to take
force
him
him
down
by.
behind some slow cars.
And he's going to go up against it. That's Casey Kane. Trouble again on the restart.
Just can't get it going. They thought maybe if he stayed in front, he could, but he couldn't.
And boy, they're stacking up behind him.
What a mess. Jimmie Johnson for the lead on Jeff Burton.
Blocked in there, and look at
this Carl Edwards coming up on the outside.
And he's got it. Well, he had a good run.
And Michael Waltrip is tail end of the lead lap. He wants to stay in front of these guys in case the caution comes out. Oh, who's got damage? Is that Burton?
That's Burton again, smoking a left front. He's done that a couple times on these restarts.
New leader, Jimmie Johnson. But Carl Edwards to his outside.
15 cars there.
Carl just drives up on the outside of it.
Oh, this is getting busy here.
Oh, man. Wow.
Look at that, man.
Wow. How good is this?
That is cool.
I don't even know what to say. I'm just holding my breath.
Look at Mark Martin down on the bottom, right behind Jeff Burton. Oh, Burton gets a little bit loose. Slides up the racetrack.
Yikes.
Yeah, Burton got big time loose getting off the 2 there. Mark Martin was right on his bumper.
So Mark Martin through, what is that, to 3rd. Does he have enough time, after dominating this race, to catch Carl Edwards and then Jimmie Johnson? It's going to be tough.
Go, man. Go get him.
As Pat Tryson telling him, you got 7 to go.
BP, you heard Pat Tryson cheering Mark Martin on. After the pit stop, Mark came on the radio very quietly, said, we made a huge mistake. We should have stayed out. Pat said, no, we have enough time. You can get him. Get up on that wheel, Marty.
Dale, bad news for the Dale Earnhardt Jr. team. Matt, Tony Eury Sr. just proclaimed their race done. Dale Jr. will drive around on the apron for 1 lap and pull it in the garage and park it. Their 2nd straight DNF.
Mark Martin underneath Carl Edwards for 2nd spot.
And that is the Dale Jr. car that they race by at top speed, making that limping lap around to the garage.
Boy, Mark wants a shot at Jimmie Johnson.
Well, he does. And he's going to get it, I believe. You're seeing Junior limping around the racetrack.
Man.
Got hit the wall.
Go get him, man. 5 to go. P2, go get him.
9/10 of a second behind Jimmie Johnson.
That's not much. As good as that 6 car is working. Once you catch him, though, you got to get past him.
Jimmie Johnson leading this race for Hendrick Motorsports. Bill?
Closing laps, Alan, and everyone was wondering, would a Hendrick Motorsports team be in contention near the end of the race? On Friday, in their press conference in the media center, Jimmie Johnson talked about Rick Hendrick. He said, in extraordinary circumstances, extraordinary people do extraordinary things. Now, Johnson trying to do something special for all the people at Hendrick Motorsports and take the family to victory lane.
Oh, he better flip that mirror up.
Mark Martin is coming. He's closing on the 48 car. He may run out of time. There may not be enough laps.
3 more. He's all yours. Go get him.
I don't know. He is at
that lap.
2 or 3/10 of a second faster every lap.
Johnson wide in turn 1.
He drove her down in the corner just a little bit too deep, trying to get a little bit more. It wasn't there.
Mark Martin, with desire of his own, at 45 years old, already announced that next year will be his last year of Nextel Cup racing, wants the championship badly, wants the victory badly. Jimmie Johnson carrying the emotion of an entire organization with him. What it would do for them if he can win this race today. 2 laps to go in Atlanta.
Jimmie Johnson, there he goes, burying a tire in the fender again, but Mark Martin right on the white line. He is catching him, but I think you're right, BP. I don't think he's got enough time.
Well, he's going to run out of time.
Mark is just... Both of these guys are driving their guts out right now.
As hard as they can possibly go and still keep the car under control.
One more time, one more lap, one more. White flag is up. Final lap in Atlanta. Jimmie Johnson leading Mark Martin.
Got through there a little bit better this time, Jimmie Johnson, but Mark still gained on him just a touch. But Johnson's got it. I mean, unless he makes a big mistake in 3 and 4, Mark can't do it.
This could be 3 in a row for that 48 car.
Buddy, come on, bring it home. Bring it home. Jimmy, don't do any burnouts, buddy. The emotions of the victory for Jimmie Johnson. He wins in Atlanta for Hendrick Motorsports.
I tell you, that's good stuff.
In loving memory all the way.
What more can you say?
Nothing.
In loving memory all the way. Jimmie Johnson with his 7th victory of the season after a terrible 7 days for the Navajo of Hendrick Motorsports.
The adrenaline comes down and the emotion hits.
Yep.
And Mark Martin finishes second. Mark, did not beating the 99 off-pit road cost you the win, or was it that caution?
No, that might have cost us a shot, but that wasn't it. Pat Tryson was a sitting duck. If we pit, they stay out and win. If we stay out, they all pit. You know, it was such a short amount of cars on the lead lap. Pat couldn't make the right call. We were beat right there, but I'm not sure we needed to have a caution there. There wasn't anything on the racetrack, and there wasn't anybody on the racetrack. And if there was a car on pit road, they should have pushed it off. But you know, congratulations to Chad Knaus and to Jimmie Johnson. They earned that one, and they deserve it, and we run second.
A great day for this team, though, points-wise, back in this title fight.
I'm not racing for points right now. I want to win, but you know, my team gave me everything. No one on my team cost me this race. You know, this was a team effort, and circumstances cost us this race. There's no one's failure. It's just that when you're leading, you know, if we would have pitted, we would have got beat. And if we stayed out, everybody pits. I mean, that's just how it was going to go. They knew that they had to beat us, and so they had to do whatever we didn't do.
They had the dominating car today, led 227 laps. Mark Martin scores his second place finish in this chase for the Nextel Cup.